Anuban Danchang School. This is Norbel Quatres. Today is 6th of August 2021. Welcome to our science class. Let's talk about plants. A plant is a living organism of the kind exemplified by trees, shrubs, herbs, grasses, ferns, and mosses, typically growing in permanent site, absorbing water and inorganic substances through its roots, and synthesizing nutrients in its leaves by photosynthesis using the green pigment chlorophyll. Banana plants, pine trees, corn plants, water hyacinth, rice, cacti. When it is only one, you say cactus. There are many, you say cacti. Orchids, hanging plants, coconut seedlings, parsley, carrots. Okay, now let's talk about classification of plants. A plant is classified into two, non-flowering and flowering. Okay, non-flowering do not bear flowers. Flowering plants bear flowers. These are some examples of non-flowering plants. Ferns, spring onions, conifers. Non-flowering plants are plants that do not produce flowers. They produce spores and cones for reproduction. For example, mosses, ferns, and conifers. Mosses are tiny plants that have simple stems and tiny roots, but no real roots. They are usually less than 1 inch tall. The stem of a moss is known as seta. They have spores in the capsules for reproduction. Ferns are very old type of plants. They have been on Earth for more than 340 million years. Ferns have proper stems, leaves, and roots. Ferns, as I have mentioned, have proper stems, leaves, and roots. They reproduce through spores. The spores are produced and located on the underside of the leaves. Conifers are easily identified with their needle-like or scale-like leaves. They have cones to reproduce. These are the cones of the conifer tree and the needle-like leaves. Flowering plants. Flowering plants are plants that have flowers. The flowers produce fruits and seeds. Some flowers are small and some are big. Some flowering plants produce flowers at certain times of the year. This is an example of a flowering plant. Tomato plant. This is the flower. This is the fruit. These are the seeds of tomato plant. This is sunflower plant. It's an example of a flowering plant. Sunflowering plants give us seeds, and the seeds of sunflowers are edible, which means we can eat the meat of the seed. Pomegranate plant is an example of a flowering plant. This is the flower of pomegranate plant. This is the fruit of pomegranate plant. And the seeds are inside the fruit. So many hundreds of seeds in one fruit. This is the parts or the anatomy of a flowering plant. For example, a tomato plant has roots, stems, flower, fruit, leaf. But the fern, or this is an example of non-flowering plant, and these are its parts. From an adult fern, it produces spores under side of the leaves. The spores spread out when it's mature and it becomes the new fern plant or the new baby fern plant, and it starts growing and growing to be an adult fern because fern plants no flowers. This is the parts of the conifer or pine trees. The roots, the stem, the leaves, and the cones. Pine trees have cones, no flowers. They only have cones. Okay, you did an amazing job today. Because of that, I will give you +5. For your assignment, put out your science workbook and open it on page 13. You answer page 13. Thank you for attending my class today. See you again next time. This is Norbel Quatres saying, Kapun ka, sawadee ka.